Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading. Before we draw the cards, let's take a good deep breath into the heart space as we connect to Spirit and to each other here. And I hope your day is going well. You're feeling well. Things are moving smoothly for you as best as possible, right? Thank you, Spirit, for these messages that are about to come forth. Give it to our spirit guides, our ancestors, archangels, the angels, beings of the highest of frequencies coming in here for this reading. This is the Awakened Soul deck. Let's see, as we start out the reading, let's see what we have before we draw the tarot. We have Shapeshifter. Thank you, Spirit. So, I feel that you are comfortable now, right now, on your own, doing things by yourself, grounded. I love that red cape there, showing the color of the root chakra. Red is a very warming color, inviting color, grounded, yes. Like superheroes wear the red capes. I think of Superman. You're the hero. You are a hero of your own life. First you, but you had been there for others as well. And you see the wolf here, doing things on your own. The wolves is the pathfinder. So I feel you are moving on your own, doing things solo. There's a wonderful book called She Who Runs with Wolves, and it's so, it's full and rich with wisdom and, on the feminine power and security of walking alone without a need for another a partner around. For women, being alone, being with a man, needing to have that man around, or even for the masculines who watch this reading, not having to have that woman, a partner around. Although everybody really likes, that's why we came here, to have relationships. But I feel what's happening right now is that you're embracing that singular walk and doing things on your own. Okay. This is a chakra deck here. You have been the hero for other people in your lives. You have been there, shining in somebody's life, shining in those people's lives that you may have had to leave. And it may have not been so easy to do that, but you did it, and you succeeded. And you're feeling that you don't really need the others around to complete you. You've communicated to someone or a group of people or a few people about how you feel. And now you're walking that path alone, grounded, taking care of yourself, taking care of your own energy, keeping it to yourself right now. And this in itself, silence, they say, is like the best answer. sometimes to a situation. And that's a form of communication. And sometimes you do. You need to walk away. And you know better, Pisces. Taking care of your own emotions. Not letting other people cloud your energy field so you can really hone in on what's going on with you. Releasing those who may have been keeping you down. I feel you're really stepping up to plate and coming fully into receiving that abundance that you know is always yours. But for some reason, you never felt like you were fully good enough to receive, those real big things. Those the big things. You see, this is small and big things. Everything is a big thing. Small or large. You have a wonderful way and gift to communicate with your inner being, with God, with Creator, with Source, whatever you call God for yourself. You communicate very well. And you're taking the opportunity right now to really go in. And again, being alone with yourself, with your entourage, I like to call, right? Receiving the messages. And it's not just, material things that you're ready to really step into receiving, but receiving messages that you may not have been hearing so much before. Sometimes we could be there for others, but we tend to give so much of our energy and our thoughts and our emotions to what's going on with the other person that we can forget ourselves. But you are moving more towards taking care of yourself and not allowing others to make you feel that you have to be there for them all the time. That's great. There's a nice balance. And this is a time for you to really do things on your own and being strong in that knowing. Pisces, we have a strength about us, an emotional strength. And we don't mind being on our own. We don't mind to not, have other people around us. We don't mind doing that at all. Okay. It feels better at this time because we're taking care of our inner child, of our own, may have been forgotten about. Some of the things might be coming up at this time too. Wanting to feel loved, wanting to please others, because you know that you have that strength to be there, but then you could have been left behind in some situation. It could have been a love affair, it could have been a friendship, someone taking advantage of your good nature. And that inner child is always there. We grow through life, but everything's happening in the now. Everything's happening now. We're born now, live now, die now. Even though we're moving through this time and space reality, we're always that child. Some of you might have been alone when you were younger. It may happen, coming to a family that you weren't paid attention to. Mom and dad may not have been around, or one parent, maybe you were raised by just mom, just dad. and you had your spirit guides there, and you talked to them. You talked to the unseen, as we say, right? Talk to your friends, because you were never quite alone, but you may have been physically alone for some of you. You may have not had that best childhood where you had the things that really made you feel like the other kids had, you know, because you didn't have enough money. You were brought up into a place of lack. You heard your parents all the time talking about, we don't have enough. You know, my mother used to say, or she'd say things like, we're just getting by the skin of our teeth. You know, I remember these old cliches, all these sayings that she used to say, very limiting sayings. But it may have made you feel like you were, you know, never quite good enough. Like the other kids. You always wanted to have that, you know, like all the other kids had particular type of clothes that they were wearing. You wanted it, but you couldn't afford it. And so there was a part of you that took that into your, you know, older years, and you couldn't manifest the things that you really wanted to have in your life. But the energies that are upon us now and really working for the Piscean collective, especially moving into this year, is abundance and letting that go and not allowing your past to run your life anymore. And there's a big change that is occurring, and there's no going back. There's no having to look at the past anymore. You're different now. And those around you that may have been taking advantage of you because you were always there for them in some kind of spiritual way, in some kind of emotional way. Best friend. Pisces is, once you get a Pisces, they are a real good one to keep. So you're now, some of you have already started to do it, moving into your receptive mode of abundance in all perfect ways, and no longer being in that mode of poverty or lack. You know, that hurts you in some ways because it always kept you in that mode, and you only could get up to a certain, you know, financial standpoint, and it was like a roadblock. You couldn't move any further. But now there is a changing of the energetics. And it's really starting to happen for you. Oh gosh, Pisces. And again, some of you may have already been moving into this. Let's see what we have with the tarot. You're working on your money. That was, we were just saying, you're working hard. You're concentrating on your money. You're concentrating on a job that you're doing. It's helping you balance it out. Your emotions and your mind. Not letting the emotions get to you, to the best of you. You have some major protection. There's always protection. The angels are always protecting you. There's an ending of that. Again, we were saying the ending of that poverty mindset, and death is permanent. You can't go back. So you're not going back to your past. It's over. It is over. There's a brand new start. The connection with, again, the balance of the masculine and the feminine, the balance of the masculine and feminine. You really are fine on your own. What we were saying in the very beginning is that if you're a female watching this, we always said, oh, I feel better. Of course, it's nice to have somebody, a spouse or a partner with you. But Pisces, you've been through so much that you're done. At least for now. You're taking time out and you're fine on your own this time around. That's the death. That's the death. That's the rebirth. That you couldn't do it any before because you didn't feel secure. You were carrying around that poverty consciousness, and it may not have just been with money, whatever it was, is that it's over and it's a totally new rebirth. The balancing of the masculine and feminine within. Masculine's watching the same thing. You don't need the other. And when that happens, it's beautiful because you're calibrating to that energy, and that's what you're doing right now. And you will attract that partner that is the same vibration. So, and you don't mind. So that's what's happening. And moving on without those who had done you wrong. I mean, they're thinking right now, they're probably back over there. Why hasn't Pisces got a hold of me? Why haven't they contacted me? What are they doing over there? How could they be fine on their own? They're not fine on their own. Never truly expressed everything. They were always kind of hiding something and pretending to be better and emotionally stronger. Because again, you're so good at being there for others. And they're really not, because you always tend to share yourself in such the deepest, most secretive way, right, with others, and you trusted them, especially a really good friend. Could have been a sibling too. Partner, spouse, friend. But you're not taking it anymore. And they're sitting there wondering, what are they doing over there? You can't change your act that fast. That's what I hear. Your game changes fast. And that's why people don't trust it. And so the person that's, I feel that person that you had to really let go of recently could have been one or two or three people. That one person or two or three. They're dumbfounded. There's no way that they could change this fast. No one does. But you do. Your game change is quick. You're concentrating on that new energetic, that new vibration that you have set up for yourself through long hours of being alone, through withstanding a lot of pain, a lot of things that most people would not be able to move through. You did it. And now, the time is now. You knew it was going to come. You knew it was. It was going to come through a brand new day, a brand new moment. And here we are. And it's a shocker to the person that had to leave. They don't really believe it. They think you're just going to come back around again and be the same old Pisces. Nope, not this time around. Because you're fine on your own. You're fine doing things on your own, and it doesn't really matter at this point. It's happening fast. This is a fast-moving energy. You're attracting that beautiful life, and you're fine, and you don't mind waiting. It's not even about waiting, and it's not even about patience at this point. You literally are fine. If you could spend the rest of your life not with another person, you'd be completely fine. That's the new Pisces. It wasn't like that before, because there was a lot of this childhood unspoken, kind of kept down. The emotions were not expressed for yourself. And it really had come out in recent days to be cleared. And it's no longer, it is over. It's done. It's a totally new rebirth from that in which you never thought that you could actually move into. You knew it was coming at some level, but it got to a point, especially in these recent months and last year into this year, it was, end of the line. It couldn't go on any further. You're in your magnetic position where you're attracting things to you in a different way now. There's no turning back on this, Pisces. It's over. Those relationships that you had with other people, the ones that are coming next are those are the magical ones. That person that you were like, I wonder if I can meet that wonderful lover or that partner. They have everything. They have it all. Everything that I could even imagine. Because before I was like, oh no, there's always got to be something going on. There's always someone that I'm not quite sure about. They can't be this and that. No, that's what's being said here, is that you are attracting by sitting in your own space, by sitting in your own energy by yourself and being fine with it. You're attracting a whole new life. You didn't come here to take care of other people's lives. You're not a savior. You came here to have a beautiful life for yourself. Pisces life, Pisces time is here. It takes a lot. When you love someone, you love someone. When you do things for someone, it's genuine. And someone here took advantage of that. And so it's over. You'd rather be alone than to deal with all those other people that from the past. And that's exactly it. You are going to attract, some of you might already be starting to do that. They're well on their way. This Knight of Swords is coming in saying this is a fast moving energy. Okay, so just hold on to your socks. I'd like to say. You don't mind being alone. That aloneness is strengthening your relations with the unseen, the ancestors, the spirit guides. You're living moment to moment. You're trusting this. Again, everything's happening now. You're gaining new perspectives on living this way. This is a new territory for you, Pisces. You're free falling and trusting. Your currency is trust and faith. You don't mind. Okay. You don't mind. You don't mind finally just being on your own. Let's do some money cards here and see what's up with the finances and all that. Pisces has been through the challenges, like we said, been through it enough. We're on a totally new beginning. There's some things that might be overlapping, remnants of all of the pain and heartache that someone has caused you or others have caused you, but you're moving in a totally new direction, taking care of you. Your feelings matter. You matter. You care so much about your feelings now that you're not giving any, that attention towards how other people perceive you to be, because you don't care anymore. You know that when you take care of yourself, you're taking care of everything else. It looks good. It's positive. There's opportunities that are coming towards you. Because when you take care of yourself, Pisces, and really give that attention to your own heart space and make sure that you feel good and you are leaning towards the positive and appreciation for what you have, for those around you that really care about you, because there's people around you that really hold you in such high respect and honor. And you can feel that. You really can. There's a big thing around that. And guess what happens here? You hold your head high and you claim it. You claim that honor and that achievement. Victorious over all of those challenges and all of those people that just, you know what? It's too bad for them. It doesn't mean things are over permanently. All relationships are ongoing. There's no end to any relationship. But your game changes fast. And I wouldn't say that to say most of the people that you had given your attention to, is that they will remain in their own way of being, and they'll change when they change, but that's not your problem. You have some people that really honor you and hold you high in respect and honor and know your heart very well. And all I have to say is, you know what, good for you. Good for you for everything you've done. And I can't say it enough. It's time for Pisces to step up to play it. It's here. I used to say in these readings, even a couple days ago, that it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Oh, it's here in this day, in this moment right now. So I hope you like your reading, and thank you for being here, and give a thumbs up, claim the reading, and subscribe. And thank you from all the subscribers and those who have, sent me a message and saying, hey, thank you very much for the reading. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, Spirit.